Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Halty Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Halty Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. As the startup raises funding, the founders and employees' ownership stake will fall and the investor stake will rise. This is due to the fact that more investors are added to the cap table over each round of funding. Both founders and employees undergo dilution throughout this process. After a seed round, the founders typically own 65% of the company, employees own 15%, and the investors own 20%. After a Series A round, the founders typically own 45%, employees own 12%, and investors own 43%. After a Series B round, the founders typically own 35%, employees own 10%, and investors 55%. After a Series C round, the founders typically own 30%, employees own 5%, and investors own 65%. After a Series D round, the founders typically own 20%, employees own 3%, and investors own 77%. It starts with more rounds of funding. It's not uncommon for founders and employees to own single-digit percentages of the company. Consider the impact of additional rounds of funding on both founder and employee ownership. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Halty Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.